And everyone. Boom. Really post this on my Twitter as well. I want to fill up some of this part. So I think... It's annoying. I should have had one without the top on it. Because that'd be nice to just have those placed around it as well. I know we've got like our other lanterns. We've got candle here. There you go, like these ones. Which are also good. In fact, these ones probably do look nicer. Problem is that too big? How big is she? Doesn't look too big from perspective here. Oh, okay, yeah, she's supposed to be half that size. No, that's fine. That's pretty accurate. Got our Coke stand. We're not going to have that outside. Wow, that's a shiny hat. You see that? Jesus. I just look sometimes. I'm like, there's not enough stuff cluttered around. Like, it's a big empty open part, which maybe is good, but I just think it's... I don't know. It just looks wrong. Got a shelf. Forgot about those. See, they could also be multi-purpose because I could use that to like have just like a wooden part here and stuff. But obviously you need to figure out where to place it. Like, did I want any shells in here? The lighting in here would be messed up. I don't think so. I think this looks fine with our cluttered sides and stuff. I could have a spare wheel laying around. It's hidden behind somewhere. I think that would look kind of cool. Maybe behind here. Again, the lighting for it's a little bit messed up. We just got to wait for that to be a bit better. I don't really want to move those. I kind maybe just seal it up a bit more. Seal it up a little bit more. Has it gone in the ground? It has, so lift that up. There you go. We've got a spare steering wheel just sitting behind there with some cobwebs over it. Let's get another one. Problem is I could sit here and keep adding and adding and adding, but we need to definitely get to an end point. Oh, not that one. Not that one. Flying it. Then that. There you go. Let's have a cobweb in one of the bits up here, so make it a bit smaller than it is. There you go. Cobweb. That'd be cool when you're flying around the scene just to notice that. Okay. Probably should have a cobweb here as well, honestly. That one. Because this part, the character's barely going to go to, presumably. So, it's where you'd likely get a cobweb. They tend to put their cobwebs in darker places, but it's also a place she's not going to reach very often, so... And I guess depending on where she's facing, that could be a place she doesn't see very often. Okay. I actually need to backline, I believe, because I moved things around like this. Because he was floating off the ground, so we just sorted that out. Rugs I'm going to do off stream, like I've said. Hopefully we'll get that done through the week. Rugs, and here, I added these, because I looked at the original concept, and they had kind of like these on them. So I just added some wind effect on them. Just to give, it helps give some more sort of movement in the scene as well. These will bake to be more orange, that's fine. So we've got that set up to be a bit more interesting. Maybe I only want the 2. And then this over here. And then maybe we'll get him going between both the gaps along here. So it looks like it's more slotted in between. There you go. There you go. They'll have like a snack there. What foods have we got? An apple. I should have made a half-bitten apple. That'd been quite interesting. So we're laying down. Cool. A snack while she's looking off there. Because she's not got her bit up here that I deleted a while ago. Her crow's nest. Ah, itchy head. This will be a very short stream, just getting a tiny bit extra work done today. I do like how the interior of this turned out. I think it looks very stylized, very cool. The exterior, I do think looks good, but I'm a bit off and on whether how much I like it. It looks a little too much. I should have kept it more simplistic like the interior, but oh well. I still think it looks good. We're going to get another either material or just something for this. I could always do something like this, or I just do something quite basic. But actually give that a texture. Hey, Mega Cool Man and Moderate. How's it going, guys? Look at me being productive. Even though I've got a whole week of work next week. I've got my pillow, though, so I'm just like... got that on my lap. For comfort. To comfort me. So this should already be unwrapped, right? Yeah, but we're losing a lot of space. Oh wait, I don't know why I thought that would be good. I got to put this on top. Like something like this and then scale it. Well, that's giving us a little bit more room. Start playing a bit more Elden Ring. Because I gave it a little bit of a break after completing it. Like Dark Souls, I think it's going to be one of those games that I just keep coming back to every other month to try a new build, or how fast I can get through it, or just to fight certain bosses. Tends to be the way when I play Dark Souls games. Desktop. Boat scene. Excuse me. Back cloth fitting. Perfect naming convention. How are you guys today, by the way? Do you guys tend to have a chill weekend, or you chill Sunday, or do you do stuff on a Sunday? Because people say that to me, like, oh, everyone chills on a Sunday, and I said, like, well, I couldn't. Like, I used to work a Sunday, so Sundays weren't chill days for me. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Is the music a little too loud? I'm not sure. If the music's too loud, tell me, guys, and I'll turn it down. Turn it down slightly anyway. It just looks, in the mixer, it looks too loud. Okay, now. I'm usually at work, but I took the weekend off to visit my niece for her 3rd birthday. Are you just talking to me while we're supposed to be hanging out with your niece? Or was that yesterday? Oh, you know what? I could have done a high poly. That was yesterday. I could have quickly made a high poly, like just take this, duplicate, isolate, subdivide twice. 10,000, subdivide one more time. Wow. Well, hold on a minute. Why is it only subdividing one part? Oh, it's not one mesh, is it? Yeah. Subdivide. Probably twice. There you go. Now I can either go into our cloth in here, which I can never get looking good. Or just like, I don't really know how to use the tool in here. Like, it's really cool and all. I like that, but has that moved too much now? I guess it settles eventually. You know what I mean? Because I don't want it to be colliding with objects. So how much does that now go away from our original mesh? Yeah, look how drastically it moved it. So what I could do... Grab our pieces. Basically, we can unsubdivide... I'll hide that. We can drag you out to here. I think I moved downwards in a stroke motion. What do you know? But you're probably right. So you pin that over there. That looks nice. Like, that detailing is fine. But I just obviously need to make it so it doesn't go past this. It still needs to sit on these things. Go to connected only. There you go. Have to dip down a bit more. Come on, select the other way. Select the other way. Other way. There you go. Pull this up. That has got a bit more of a droop on it. Cool. Was that a shadow? I was like, what's that? Pull this up. Make sure. I want these parts to look as tightly as possible so it doesn't look like they're floating. That's the funny thing with 3D, is you tend to have your models actually slightly floating above things or colliding with things, but you don't notice that, do you? Cool, looks pretty good. Right, now let's take this, isolate, do a decimate, because all it was subdivided, so surely I should be able to revert that now. Like this. Probably even more. Maybe not that much. 1,400 is pretty extreme, but that's, compared to what it is, that's pretty good. Actually, it's not too bad at all. Do an export of that. Cool. That's a high poly one. Now, this might not work. You know, we don't know. But it's always worth giving things a check. Oh, what I probably should have done, actually, is go back to our normal one, because the UVs would be warped now. And set them and do that. Ugh, and annoyingly relay them back out. So try to make them again. as tight as possible. Nice and tight. Scale. Just do that. Low poly. Come back into substance. I still have this weird thing where I've just got a load of mucus feeling like it's at the back of my throat, and no matter how much I swallow, it doesn't seem significant. I got some medicine for it that I'm hoping will help. But who knows? Hopefully. I am going to the doctors about it as well, so hopefully if I can't resolve it with medicine, they can have a look. Yeah, I mean, that worked. Let's do a bake at 4K. Even though we're going to keep it as 2K texture, just so that the maps generated that we'll be using, like the curvature and ambient occlusion, will be a bit more accurate. You know what, I think you move downwards in a stroking motion could be you trying to teach someone a dance move. So it's obviously far too shiny right now. We want to go into our smart materials, stylize, smart mask. What am I doing? Smart material. Now we've got a stylize cloth in here. But I don't really like the result you get. What about the wax? The wax looks a bit better. Obviously a bit over the top, and we need to smooth that out. I could actually. I just made a cloth material my last... while I was off stream, I did some stuff. You was talking about a dance move. Is it a new Fortnite dance? People are really enjoying Fortnite after removing the building. So we've got a very basic cloth here, but the color I'm using here, well, it gets really shiny. Whoa. All the colors I'm using here look pretty nice. So I wonder if I could just call it... I was using the red wax. New stylized cloth. Create smart material. Did that do it? There we go. A new stylized cloth right there. There you go, and it's a much smoother effect. You still got like your overlays, it's just a lot smoother. Don't even know what this was doing. Let's make the whole thing dark. Right, so we need to readjust them clearly. What the heck? Where did he come from? Where's the Clank's face there? What? Huh. How interesting. Okay. the sun's in my eyes. You see this? Look. Whole left side of my face just lit up. Oh. Ah. Have mercy. Now it's nice and dark. Ah. Cool. Get back to our other one. What else did we add in here that was nice? Oh, I looked at the sun a little too much. It's made my eyes go funny. Can I copy and paste into here? You can't, can you? No, that's always bothered me. So one thing I want to do is go around here and basically there you go. Go into here. Come down here. Go to opacity. Black mask that. Come into here. Turn on the opacity and turn it off. Yeah, there you go. So I can start doing this. What's nice about this is I can make it essentially look higher poly than it is. Because when you get like these, like up here, it's all very jagged. I can then just do this and turn down that scale, Jesus, and somewhat make it look a bit smoother. See what I mean? I probably want to keep that in the corner, so... I'm sorry, I do not speak... I'm not sure what that is. 1 second. I assume you're asking if I do model, if I'm a modeler. Spanish. Blender. Yeah. Oh, I still got Apex up. Whoops, let's close that. Playing Apex earlier. There you go. I don't actually know if I need to go around it and do that. It looks pretty good. I do want to have some, like, rips and tears in it, though. Oh, and my pen's not working. At least the pressure sensitivity is not. What about now? Yeah. What about, like, an X rip? Ugh. That's great. Thanks, man. Did you just looking at my cloth? Did you see the scene? Oh, the boat was the last thing I did. Well, the whole thing's a boat, but the little rowboat's the last thing I did. See, I don't really know how ripped I want this to be. And I don't really know, would it go like this on the edges, or would it go like this on the edges? It'd be that, wouldn't it? Yeah. Sort of these tattooed edges. Probably a little too much there. I wouldn't go a bit up here. It's like some rips on the side, small ones. Jesus Christ, did you not expect that? I was gonna say, you're just saying, like, looks great to a piece of cloth. I mean, thanks. I appreciate every comment people have about my work. Even sometimes negative ones, depends what they are. Going like through it, I don't want that. I could always rub it out afterwards. Yeah, just some random scratches, just to have it. I don't want to go too detailed on this, so just enough to make it interesting. I don't know what that normal map is. What is that? Let's go from here. Oh, wait. We're not using this one anymore. One of these is clearly a normal map. Which one? That one. And that one. I don't want those two. There you go. That doesn't look right. It needs to come down. That's a lot of work. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, we've been working it for a year, but I have been working. So, like, what? We're only on episode only, like 88, but I only do 3 to 4 hours a week on it. So, if it's been about a year, it's about 150, 200 hours. We chat and stuff on stream, so it can vary a little bit. So, I'll do some other stuff with these when I'm done. I'll show you when I get there. Again, we're just looking for some really standard looking rips. Well, that won't work. I'll have to do this. There you go. Looks pretty good. Could also put like a little... Actually, you know what? When they have it like this, then you get like this. And then that middle part. Like that. Let's probably do some more over here then if I'm doing stuff like that. I kind of want to do a nice chunk out of this part. So I'd say go from the edge outwards, so that way you can go soft to hard as you go out. It helps break up that shape and not look as one-dimensional like it's a mesh. What do you do, Ruslan, man? Are you also into the environment arts? That's right, yeah. Some of that. Cool. Get one. Big one here. We can also have it like tatted on the end like this. Like I said, you can do a lot. You can do a lot. It depends how long you want to just hand draw. You could probably get like a texture that does it for you as well. Yeah, part of it comes down to how much you want to actually hand draw all of this. But any little extra you do will just give it some extra attention. Cool. I'm game developer, work with Unreal Engine. Cool. Is that more programming, technical? Is that making environments? Usually when people say game developer, they usually, from my experience, talk about programming. It sounds like I was saying that like it's a bad thing. Programming's fine. I've said a lot that I think I would have actually been a very good programmer because I tend to just work from things. I'm very good at problem solving. Like programmers come to me in my company sometimes ask me to help figure something out. I won't necessarily say to them, "Oh, program this," but I will say to them, "Oh, have you thought about this?" And they go, "Oh," and they write like their little program up for it. Oh, good idea. Over Yeah, what about like a... And, looks pretty cool. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It looks pretty cool. Just where it's like gone thin. I still want it sort of squarish. Squarish. I'll spend over that like 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we'll also do is... anyways, that's good enough. Like I said, I'm not looking to put like too much detail in it. Even though I kind of already put a bunch of detail in it, but it's fine. We're going to do 2 things here. We want the height ratio that changes its color as it goes up. Positioning. There you go. We want this to be... I actually have a color in my other software where I made it go slightly orangey. Orangey. There you go. We just want the color. We want it to go to an overlay. Cool. We want to turn that down. It goes slightly. It goes up. I want to bring that up a tad. So only just go over the top. And then I want to do the same thing on this. This is something that works, in my opinion, more for stylized. And I have said this a lot of times. People are probably sick of me saying the same thing. But because something doesn't tend to change color the higher it gets unless the lighting on it changes. And basically what I'm doing is I'm telling it I want it to change color. The reason I want it to change color because I want it not color, sorry. I want it to get darker at the bottom, lighter at the top, but I also want it to change color. Something in real life won't just change color like that. But the reason I like changing color for stylized is because you can get effects that look a little bit like this when I grab it. Let's bring that a bit down a bit more saturated. Bring it up a tad. Like that. So you get this nice change of color as it comes down. And then we want to just reduce it so it's a lot more subtle. But it does help with the color theory, I guess. I never really learned all that stuff. Color theory and all this cleverness. Right, so the second thing I want to do is I want to take these, I want to do a duplicate. I want to turn that off, go to color. So as you can see, look, we're getting this. And then I want to set that to a multiply. So it'll get darker as it goes on today. See that? And then we want to filter it. Blur it a tiny bit. And then do that. So that's essentially like make it look like it goes in slightly now as it does that. You see? You could also put a height on it and drop it to give you a even stronger effect of that. Which I could do a tiny bit, I guess. But it'll help bring some stuff. And if I do it here... Oh, it doesn't do quite much, quite as strong here, but it's fine. I could also come into here, give you a height. Ah, it doesn't. I thought it would. Okay. Cool. And that looks like a pretty generic piece of cloth, so let's get that out. I only want to stream to about 7, so I'm getting through this quite fast. Backbook cloth, select PNG, 2K. 2K is probably a bit overkill. Again, if I wanted to make it game ready, I could turn it down an engine. If you ever have something too high res, so let's say, oh, well, actually, this isn't a high res. What is it? 1K. But if I was like, oh, I want this to be lower res because you're only going to see it from here, you can just come into your texture, go to your max texture here. And if I go like 2, 4, 8, 60, 32, 64, go 64, boom. See that? 128, 256, 512. And you just like, you tend to just want to control it till it looks the same. So 1024s are top, 512 looks about the same. Kind of looks the same on that, and then go through your normal maps and your all maps and just have everything reduced till the point. I think that's a really good way to do it. I don't know if there's any downside to that. I think maybe it has higher folder size. I don't know. Oh, I was doing some dust things yesterday. I wanted to make it so there was like more dust. Wait, did I not save it? No, it's here. Oh yeah, there you can see it here. More dust appears where you got light coming in. Same up here. Because obviously that's how it works in real life. That way you get, you're getting all this dust appear where the light's coming in. I thought that would be a really cool effect. All I did was basically make it so the particles go in a certain place. Yeah, I thought that looked really, really cool. So I thought, why not? I need to stop saying, so I thought. This is a bit bright out there, but that's fine. It's supposed to be bright because when you're out here, it's like this. That cloud looks really nice. It's a really big, fat one. I can't select it for some reason. I'm not sure why. Alright, let's go. Who's messaging me? Nobody. Oh, it's just one of the channels I'm on. Okay. So, let's go into our folder that we exported that. Pop it in here, SM Backcloth thing. I'm very good at naming things, as you can clearly tell. Drag in our texture. I do need to organize this at some point, but it's fine. This will have a subsurface scarring and stuff on it, and then an opacity. So I'm going to create a custom material for it. _ black cloth thing. Oh, ting. Black cloth ting. Thing. Black cloth thing. Where is its origin point? Well, it's got a bad origin point. I'm going to fix that by coming back into Blender. Oh, hiding this one. Nope. Hiding which one? That's our high poly. Get rid of that. That's our low poly. Then we've got a low poly, which I'm not using anymore. Cool. Hide that quick to delete this one. Or, well, maybe just drag it out the way. Maybe I'll use it some time or something. Hide the high poly, which is not this one. This one. Cool. Can I click it? Set its origin point to be the center. Although, I probably don't need to do that, because the reason why it's good the way it's done now, actually, Jesus Christ, is because I deleted it, didn't I? Is because when I go to drag it in, and I should put it in level component instead. When I go to drag it in, because it's a very specific piece, right? So now if I do this, I don't quite know why it needs to be scaled so much, though. I know why, actually. Try it one more time. Go that one, there you go. Now it needs to be halved in size. Blender's really weird with this. I'm not quite sure why the scaling is so wacky. But if I take the location of that and pop that in, there you go. Now, these don't match up. I had a feeling this would happen, so I could just move them. That's the benefit of doing them manually. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine, I think. Ooh. Ooh, not really, actually. Let's try to make it fine. That works. And that works. Cool. Get our materials. We called it backcloth thing. Drag it on. Cool. To here. Disable your. Pop to the top of my screen, damn it. There you go. Turn off the sRGB. Plug these in. I essentially, actually, instead of doing this, what I could do is I want it to be exactly the same material as this. I could come into this material. I could do two things. I could duplicate the material, which I probably will. There's a lot of random bits connected, so I'm going to do that instead to save some time. So we're going to go duplicate. And let's go back cloth thing. We're going to pop that on here. And it's going to be all messed up because it's going to be... Oh, wow. What the... That works somewhat well. It's cutting off these parts. That's weird. It's made like a sliver here. Alright, so all we got to do now is go back to where that texture was, which I think it was in props, right? And replace these with the correct one. So this goes in here, this goes in here, and this goes in here. Click apply. Cool. We've got our scratchy and holes and stuff. We've got the light piercing through because it's just a cloth. And what I want to do now, delete that one because it's not being used. Find this one again. Nope. Find this one. Make an instance. Throw that instance on. Throw it onto here as well. I want to saturate that a little bit. I could go into the original texture and do that. Actually, no, it's saturated. Let's just tint it a bit more red. That's a bit better. Maybe a little too red. It's not built lighting, so it's going to look a bit weird until it's built the lighting. And maybe I should have had it a little bit higher poly. It doesn't look too bad, but it always subdivide it once. It's gonna clearly be over the top on that, but we could give it a look. That is a bit smoother. Cool. I love stuff like that where you got the light coming through. I think the normals may be a little too strong in my opinion. In the top beat. Ah, good idea, good idea. Right here. Gee, that's a big nail. How big are these nails usually? But off the original size will go like this. There you go. But no, you're right. That is a terrific idea. Rotate them around so they don't look duplicated. We'll put 4 chunky ones on there. But you're right. That helps break it up a really good amount. So. Perfect. This is why I come to you, Tuckmac, for my art advice. That sounds like I'm being really sarcastic. Boom. That's pretty good. So we've got those on top now. Yeah, the lighting on it's being received really weird right now. So as soon as we bake the lighting, it'll actually look a bit better. I do think the normals are a little too strong. So let me go into the original. And we've also got this, which I'll show you what this does in a minute. We'll flatten normals first. Flat. So normals. Drink the rest of my drink. This part's very important. Ugh. So if we flatten them completely, honest, I had a feeling I'd like what they look like when they're flattened completely, because we've got a lot of color on them anyway, which gets you the idea that there's normals there. Yeah, it starts going in the opposite direction now. Oh. Normals aren't. Hold on a minute. Normals aren't facing the wrong way, are they? God, I can't tell. Whenever I flip normals, I can't seem to tell which looks right. That is right. But yeah, we want them to be weaker. Like I said, I think that's... I don't want to get rid of them completely, so we'll go 0.8. So it's got very subtle normals. Cool. We could have put a texture actually on it. We just made it a solid color, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Last bit I want to do, which I said is going to be very interesting, is I need to replicate some values first. Cool, then I just go this. Now this should be really strong to begin with, which is fine. I'll change it in a minute. There you go, cool. Right, so let's turn this up. So you turn that off again. One quick slice down the middle. Cool. I want to make the strength less. Only a slight sway on it. And I want to slow it down. Cool. Wait, I'm doing the opposite. Then we want to do the same sort of thing here. Let's find that, hit that. Cool. Same sort of thing here. And then a little bit along here. Just enough to move a little bit. There you go. And now it looks like the wind's making it move. Would you look at that? Cool. That's much more interesting looking. Oh, what time is it? Cool, we ain't got too much longer. I've not really filled these up with anything, but I don't necessarily mind them being empty either. I might have a camera angle. It's one of my first shots, just like this or something, or like this. Maybe a bit. I don't know. Maybe like this. Maybe I could have this swinging. Oh, I can't undo. Oh, there you go. It's amazing how different it looks when it's baked, though. Look how much more flat it looks now compared to Boop. So I'm not too hyped up about making anything movable because it looks a lot worse. That's great, yes. Really pulling here, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I do think I need to make that weaker. I think I went a little too ham on that. Like, even the colours as well. A little bit weaker, a bit more subtle. It's a bit better. Yeah. Now, again, I could also put an actual texture on it. So, if you, for example, find like a cloth. Wow, fabric. Okay. We find like a fabric and we like the texture it applies. Like that, that's pretty good. I could then take everything off it. So we go, I'm just going to do this instead. Oh no, I'll keep the roughness. Take off the base color. Do something like that so we actually get texture on it. I can delete one thing at a time as well that I don't like. Like that, we've already got folds, it's fine. Don't need that. Yeah, that's probably better. And it gives us some sort of actual texture on it. What's the difference between... Well, that doesn't actually do anything. Is it just the fibers I want? Yes. Oh. I kinda want to make the edging darker and the middle lighter too. So what I'm going to do, come into our 3D and 2D. Like this, and then we invert it. Got to go, bye. See ya. Hey, Kodesh, how's it going, man? Oh, I might have done a little too much, so let's come in here and let's get my pen. My pen, there it is. I'll turn you off so I can just do this. And I just want the edges to be a bit darker. Cool, then we set that to a go to base color. Set to a multiply. Turn off everything. Put that, and we get this nice darker edge to it. I think that looks quite nice. I think. We'll tone it down. Not that much. office, and then we go File, Export, boom, come back into here, see how we like that. Yeah, so we've got that like slight cloth material in it now. Make it look a bit more like cloth. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that a lot. The only downside is that it's clearly 2D. Oh. Did that always go into there? No, it must have done. Yeah, the only downside is that it's actually just 2D, but that's fine. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I only want to do a quick stream today. We added some extra bits. Just to say hi, basically. Make sure we've got all the bits we want. So what did I just change? I showed you guys this. I put these in quick to add something to the right side of the boat. Because we've obviously got the cannon over here. But you don't even see it. That's a bit of a shame. Oh, I'm on one camera. No wonder why I'm so slow. Oh, here you go. Yeah, and I guess I'll do a bake. So thank you guys for watching. And if you want to watch me any other time, I announce when I'm streaming on my Discord, which you can find below. And yeah, I usually stream Fridays and Saturday. So I will catch you guys Friday. I will do some work during the week, and hopefully we can finally finish the project. Bye, bye.